About my friend. Let's just call him Conridge. Good guy, close with his family, gentle giant. The interesting thing about Conridge is he doesn't like scary movies. And not only does he not like scary movies, and this is the part that I really respect, he says he doesn't like scary movies because he gets scared in them. If you say to Conridge, hey, you want to go see a movie? He'll be like, sure. Then you say it's going to be the Blair Witch Project, and then you're next thing you know, you're looking at him as he's hightailing it out of the room. He doesn't like them at all, and I respect that. The reason that I respect that is I come across so many guys who are like, you know what, I saw all those movies, none of them scared me. None of them? Really? Well, Conridge might want to take a pass on this one because I'm about to review Annabelle. Annabelle, of course, which was the prequel to The Conjuring that came out last year. Now, The Conjuring, of course, was a fantastic movie. Talked about the Warren family and how they were demonologists and they were able to go into a house and, you know, understand and communicate with demon spirits. And at the beginning of that movie, we were introduced to a doll named Annabelle. Now, in this movie, we meet Annabelle, and Annabelle is haunting this family. Early on in the movie, the family who is expecting a baby, this young couple, they're expecting a baby and they're the victims of a home invasion. Very similar to the Charlie Manson Helter Skelter era. Well, they fortunately survived that, but they've got Annabelle. So have they really survived? Because for the next hour and a half or so, they're being haunted by things that are going on with this doll. Now, the cast isn't overly familiar. In fact, the main stars that make up this couple were new to me. The only member of the cast that was familiar was Alfre Woodard, who plays their concerned neighbor. And she was great in the role because she had the whole crazy eyes thing going. Now, somebody had asked me, how do I feel about this? Like, do I believe that a doll can be possessed or a doll can haunt you? Well, my mind is open to the possibility that it can exist, but I tend to think more about the more positive influences in the world than the negative ones. Now, Annabelle is based on a true story, and I had the opportunity of being in Key West, Florida, and there is a Robbie the doll, and so there are different dolls across the world that you'll come across that apparently have some sort of evil spirit towards them. Regardless, as far as a movie is concerned, I found this movie enjoyable. The main ingredient to this movie wasn't the cast, wasn't Alfre Woodard's crazy eyes, or isn't the fact that Conridge is still running as far away from this review as he possibly can. The main ingredient to this movie is the fact that it's produced by James Wan, the same man behind the Saw series, behind Insidious, and behind The Conjuring. He, to me, is pretty much, and my friend said this quote, and I'll use it, he's the Judd Apatow of horror. Except, I find his movies to be really great, and I don't think there's a chink in his armor. Most of his movies I've seen have been very enjoyable, and anytime you know that James Wan's involved with it, you know it's going to be twisted in some way, and twisted in a good way. It was very enjoyable, and I'm giving this movie a B. It's not on the same level as The Conjuring, it's not on the same level as the first Saw, and it's not on the same level as the first Insidious movie. But it's not a terrible movie. I think if you go to Annabelle, you'll be surprisingly delighted by it, if you can say that with a horror movie. But I think you'll enjoy it. I don't think you're going to come out of it and have issues with going to sleep as you would with some of his other movies, but I think it'll still give you a fright in all the right places. If you have the opportunity to see this movie, I'd be interested to hear what you think about it. As always, you can reach me at Twitter at CFL_fan, the Facebook page at facebook.com/WittyWhittier, or the website at WittyWhittier.com. Until then, I'll see you at the movies.